up YouTube and Amazon? Jefferson here with Sumigang Productions. And in this video, we're talking about these earphones right here. This is the Coulax CX06 model, and I got this one on Amazon by the company name of Coulax. I also want to thank them for sending me these earphones to review, and I'll provide a link in the description box below, and when you use that link, you're supporting my channel, which makes it possible to make more of these reviews, so thank you so much for your support. I've been using these earphones as my daily driver, and I absolutely love it, and there's a few reasons why. One, they're sweat proof. If you're like me, I sweat a lot for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I do sweat a lot. I've owned numerous earphones before, Bluetooth models, and if you guys haven't followed my channel, I make a lot of reviews of them, and sometimes the earbuds tends to turn off, even if it claims to say that it's sweat proof. I guess there's only a certain level. It's not Jefferson proof, because sometimes when I listen to music and when I'm at the gym and there's still enough juice in there to listen to, it's like 25%, it would just turn off on me. Sometimes it would even turn off at half battery because of me sweating. So no matter what level I am at with these earbuds, it never turns off unless it dies on me, which is a huge benefit. So that's number one. Number two is the battery life. You get about 8 hours of battery life in here, which is really great. I work out 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and I work out maybe about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So I have to only charge this once a week, which is really great. I hate having to charge it, or if you forget to charge it one day, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it as long as you charge it at least once a week. And even if you forget, depending on how far your gym is, you could just plug it in your car, and by the time you get there, that should be enough. Should be is the key word. So that's a really huge benefit. I think the only downfall to having a great battery life is having a larger control panel right here. I'm not too sure where the battery lives, either in the earbuds themselves or on the media control center, but they do seem a little large in my opinion, especially the control unit right here. It is a little annoying, especially if you run. I've never had an issue with it. It's just a little bulky, and sometimes you'll feel that weight, but all in all, I never had an issue with it, and because of that, I still give it a 5 out of 5 stars. So I really love this. The third reason, it has built-in earbuds. Depending on what you're using it for, if you're using it for any physical activities, either running, working out, or simply using it around your house, the ear hooks right here does a really great job at keeping it and staying in your ear. So because I use this lifting weights, when I'm either laying down on the flat bench or just standing up or even running, the ear hook stays on, and never ever had these fallen off my ears, which is obviously the number one reason why I love them. Because if you have earbuds that continuously falls off, obviously you're not going to want to use it that often, and it doesn't only stay in your ear, the ear tip itself stays in my ear canal, which is a huge benefit. I hate earbuds where the ear hook stays on, but that's pretty much the only reason why it's staying on, because the other parts kind of swing out. So I love how this stays in place, and these are flexible, so you could pretty much mold it to however you have your ears, which is a huge benefit, and I highly recommend making sure you take the time to adjust this before working out, because you will have a great workout compared to having to adjust these all the time. So let me put them on my ear real quick, and the way I like to do this is like this, and I swing this in first in my ear, making sure it goes in, and I twist it inward like that. There's obviously a lot of different ways to install these, but that's how I like to do it. I never had an issue doing it like that. And from here, I would just push this in, kind of making sure it clamps down so it stays in my ear and doesn't fall off. And that's pretty much it. That's how I install these guys. Let me install the other side so you guys could see how it looks. And then clip down the ear wing so it stays in put. So this is how it looks like right here. You guys can see, and the control unit, I love how you have immediate control. It's super useful. It's quite interesting because even though these are Bluetooth 4.1, you still have two separate volume controls. However, it's not a big deal in my opinion. You still have a volume up, volume down, play and pause. You could even answer phone calls because there's a built-in microphone in here, which is very, very useful. Just click the play and pause button, and that also acts as your answer and end call, which is great. The sound quality in the microphone itself isn't that bad. It's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst. You could hear them really well. I've never had an issue of clarity, and they never had an issue of hearing me as well, which is obviously a huge benefit as well. It's powered on by a micro USB cable, which is on the control unit itself. It's covered by a flap right here. You could just twist that out, plug it in. Obviously, since this is sweat proof, you do need that flap, and make sure you cover it, because if you sweat a lot like myself, and if water goes in there, it will damage it or at least mess it up in one way. So that's the other reason why I love it. And last but not least, you have a cable management built in to these earbuds, which is a huge benefit. Honestly, the way I like to wear this type of earbuds with a cable on there, I like to wear it in the front, and the reason being is because when I lift weights, when I have it in the back, let me show you guys how it looks like in the back. So when they're on, sometimes, especially when I'm running, it kind of gets pulled. And it's not because of these types of earbuds or this earbuds themselves. I've had this issue with every single earbuds I've owned. All the brands, different styles that's like similar to this. I've had this issue before. Sometimes it would stick on my skin and it would pull. You see how it's different? The slack is more right here, and sometimes the slack even goes right here and gets pulled, and when I go like this, it pulls on my ear. So that's why I hate wearing it like this, and I would always wear it like so. However, you do have this clip to manage all of that, so you don't have that issue. I still like wearing it in the front. That's just my personal choice. That's how it looks like right there. That's pretty much it about these earbuds. They also come in different ear tips. Pre-installed, you get the medium-sized ones, but you also have a small and a large ear tip right here, which is really great. And obviously, it does come with a cable as well, a micro USB. I have a bunch of these. That's why it's still in the bag itself. If you guys have any questions or comment, be sure to leave them in the comment box below, and I'll try my best to answer any questions you may have. If you like this video, or if you just found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps out my channel a lot. Like always, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. That's the only thing you have on there. I would recommend attaching it with your current shower rings right here. The second reason why is because it looks a little too